You have probably visited a Goodwill store here in Columbus, or you dropped off used clothing to a Goodwill store for reuse. But you know the reason behind the stores is to provide resources that help folks learn a skill and become independent. Joining me this morning, Goodwill Executive Director Margie Pizzuti. Thanks for being here once again, Margie.
Thank you, Gail.
Goodwill. And it is interesting. People see the stores, they go to them. They have no idea how this relates to what you do. How do they? What do you do with the stores that leads to this?
That's a great question because we love people knowing about our business of retail rags and bags, but we want people
and teenagers love that.
And teenagers love to do thrifting, but really all of those dollars are generated to support our mission. And, Goodwill was founded more than a century ago as a national movement on the philosophy of giving people not just a hand up, not just a hand out. Mm-hmm. We believe that every individual in this community and in this country should have the opportunity to work and to really focus in on their disabilities. And so every 45 seconds nationally, around the country, a Goodwill is helping to put somebody to work. So we have a powerful impact, and the power of work's important to us. So we have a workforce development program at Goodwill's Battelle Career Education Center, and we serve more than 1,450 individuals a year.
Give me an example of the type of clients that you do serve.
So it's individuals with physical and developmental disabilities, but we also serve people with other barriers to employment, limited English proficiency, or no high school diploma, or individuals that have a criminal justice record, individuals that are ex-offenders. And somebody that doesn't have a work history. So what we do, we have a range of services and programs for those individuals to eliminate the barriers. So we do assessment of those individuals. We do what are called training in soft skills. That's the skills that everybody need to have. How to get to work on time, how to dress appropriately.
Especially if they've never been taught these things.
If they've never been taught.
And they don't know that expectation in the workforce.
It's a very simple thing, how to interact and problem solve with peers and supervisors. So we provide training in soft skills, we provide coaching, and then job placement, and then we also provide occupational training in those high-demand areas.
Now, we're going to talk about some of your success stories, and we have a couple examples, and I love it when we bring it back to the individual so that really folks can understand, yep, this person received help. So let's talk about this first gentleman.
Yes, his name is Chris, and he dropped...
Is this Chris?
That is Chris.
Okay.
He dropped out of high school as a junior, and 9 months later he was incarcerated in Franklin County Juvenile Detention Center. His life was really tough, but a really helpful and supportive probation officer and teacher at his halfway house directed him to Goodwill's chef apprenticeship program. Okay, so learning it's a really good skill to be a chef apprentice, to be a cook. During his 10-week program, we trained him on the soft skills, worked with a local restaurant, so he was in the kitchen learning those cooking skills. Regency Hospital CEO, Mindy Moore, who's on our Business Advisory Council, we have a council of 40 or 50 business leaders. She really is committed to the mission of helping individuals that have barriers. She hired him as a dietary aide. He has had a wonderful job, got a promotion, and is so appreciative that somebody gave him a second chance in life.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. And the confidence booster that gives someone,
Absolutely.
Okay, number two.
Number two is Nicole. And Nicole was diagnosed with a degenerative eye disease in 1999. She lost her sight in one eye. She had a supportive employer, but then in 2004 she lost sight in her other eye, so she became completely blind. She was referred by the BSVI, which is the Bureau of Services for the Visually Impaired, and she came to us. We helped train her at our Battelle Career Education Center using adaptive equipment, so that computer equipment. And after she graduated from that program, we helped get her a job with Doss Health. And again, fabulous employer. Their CEO, Leanne Sims, who's with her, she's standing behind her, is very supportive of the work we do. And she's got a job there now, and she's thriving as well.
That's wonderful. And we have one more 10 seconds because we're almost out of time. But I know you want to mention this last person.
Yes. Oh, Ray, who's is Ray up there? There he is. And he came to us in our program. We trained him. He obviously has visual impairment. He ended up getting a job in our auto auction. He's the person on the other end of the phone when you call in and want to donate your vehicle. He's the person answering the phone.
And you want to encourage people to do that.
We want to encourage people to do that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Margie, it's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing the story of Goodwill.
Thank you for having me.